Hi guys.
You guys, tell her I did an amazing job with talking to you guys this morning. She's like, I don't know if you did an amazing job or not, or did a good job or not.
Because I don't know if you did a good job explaining like what we're doing today and all that stuff. So
I just said we're going to a doggy event in Wagamore. Reporting Wagamore today.
Yeah, they're doing like a little adoption event for Valentine's Day where it's like basically just a bunch of dogs that are up for adoption are going to be there. There's food trucks, music. We're going to get gas right now because we need it. And then we're going to head over to
Wagamore.
The event ends at 4 and it's 2, so hopefully we can get there in time. But
You don't think we'll get there in time?
Costco gas lines are really long.
Yeah, but they're not really they're long, but I don't think they take out, like, Union Oil is longer than Costco.
That is true. But anyways, and then we're gonna tell you guys a quick little story time about our first foster. We thought it would only be right to do that in a video that we are going to hang out with some puppies. Hi guys, we're here now. Look at all the puppies. It says I'm adopted, don't touch, so we're trying to figure out which ones are adopted, if it's both of these or just this one. But we're gonna hold one.
Give Coconut summertime.
I haven't even met Coconut. Who is Coconut?
Coconut is this guy.
Wait, sanitize your hair.
I already did. Good time.
He's sleepy. Hi, baby. Wait, let me sanitize. What's the one to adopt it? He's been here for a while.
He is so cute, baby.
He's gonna be a big boy. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh my god. Are you guys gonna adopt him? Oh, are you guys gonna adopt him?
Is that a conic? What is a mastiff?
We're not really sure. She was.
He's gonna be a sweetheart. He's gonna be so sweet. Look, see this guy right here. They're so cute. It's not even funny. He's already adopted, bro. He is so cute. We're eating right now. This place looks really good. I don't know why she had a container. I got this.
You could use the other half if you want.
Oh man.
Can you open that for me?
No.
Please.
There we go. See that? Power of editing. I'm good enough.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go over there.
Cinnamon?
Duchess.
That's probably what I meant.
Yeah. So cute. Yeah.
Big.
Here, come here.
He's so big.
How old? 3 months? He's a big boy.
Hey, buddy.
Oh my god.
What?
Good.
You dance. Do it. You want to try it? Try the flavor of the day.
All right, guys. We just left the event. It was amazing. It was very fun. When I tell you guys,
10 puppies and 1 adult today.
and I think 2 more just happened. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, 11.
It's like almost everybody got adopted. I think dang near everybody got adopted today.
Except
almost. Except like 3, which is obviously like not bad. Like guys, when I tell you guys Wagamore is literally
I love them so much.
the best at what they do. I mean, in my opinion, I haven't gone anywhere else, but I don't really want to. Wagamore makes you feel like family.
Yeah. So we're gonna end this video off with a quick little story time. It's probably not gonna be quick, but
No, it'll be good.
asked you guys in our last video, we pulled over by the way. If you guys wanted to hear our first foster story. So we're gonna start from the very beginning. How we even fostered them.
To Wagamore, we saw a dog. It was Donna.
Well, we saw a litter.
We saw a litter, and the litter was a very cute litter. It was like a Doberman litter. A Doberman, like what, lab?
We'll put up pictures, because I have pictures, a lot of pictures. So.
Excuse me.
We'll put up pictures. This was...
As a Doberman litter, and they were very cute, but Donner was a very special looking Doberman, basically.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, like literally didn't look like a Doberman.
He just had like the prettiest...
features, like a freckle nose, spotted.
Yeah.
It was like, it looked almost like Australian Shepherdish, like the Doberman Australian Shepherd Retriever. It was a really cool looking dog. And Donna was like really cool. We did 12 was even on our radar.
Yeah, we were just looking at Donner, and not to even adopt because we knew
I don't know, Donna. I was thinking about it hard.
I wasn't.
But this is also, by the way, I was thinking about it hard, but in a way of like was new to the scene. Like Taylor had knew what she came in for. She was almost like on a mission type of stuff, and I wasn't there yet. Like I was. Every time I saw a dog, every time I came in, almost left with tears. Not literally, but like in a sense of like, oh, I want a dog. But then like by the third time walking in there, after I got, like I said in the other video, like cursed out like too many times, I just became a robot, and I was really good at it. But the first few times, Donna and 12 were like the first time I was like, one of the first times I was like, no, I want a dog. But then actually when we fostered them, everything changed.
Another thing also is for me a reason why I was like no is because they came with their mom. Their mom was rescued as well, and I got to see the mom, and the mom's pretty big. I'll pop in a picture of the mom and of them the first day that we saw the litter. Anyways, so we met everybody and we were like, oh my god, Kai's holding Donna, and we were there for like honestly like 2 hours just hanging out, and we were like, you know what, we're not like, no. And I looked at Kai, I'm like, dude, you see the mom, like you see how big, and we're talking to them, they're like, yeah, they're gonna probably be like 80 pounds. We're like, that's absurd, like we're not doing that. He was like, come on, like what do you, oh, come on. And I'm like, no. So we put it back, we leave, and we're not like hardcore thinking about them, but we're like, let's go to Wagmore. I want to say like a week later, probably about a week later. So we go to Wagmore, and they actually were getting other dogs that day, like a ton of other dogs. I'll pop up pictures from that day as well. They got like pit bulls, Rottweiler mixed puppies.
The pit bulls went the day they came.
2 of them did. The other 2
Oh,
did.
the other 2
yeah.
didn't.
But I'll pop up pictures of all of them. Like, as I'm telling the story, you guys will get to see what we're talking about. So, we're hanging out with all of them. They're all in, like, the front room. So when we walk in, there's, like, a ton of puppies, and we're like, hi, like, and, like, they're, like, introducing us to all the litters, taking their photos, getting them ready to be put on the website and everything. And then Melissa's like, dude, you know who's still here? And by the way, Melissa's the owner. She's like, dude, you know who's still here? Donner. And I'm like, you're lying, because I'm thinking that whole litter, it's been a week. I'm thinking that whole litter's gone.
Which
because
the whole
they
litter
were
was
so cute.
The whole litter was gone except
Donner, and then the runt, which we named him 12, but
because he had
what was his name?
Blitzen? Comet, you're good.
And Donner, because they were the reindeers, because this was during Christmas time. We renamed him 12 because he actually had 12. No, her.
She.
Yeah. We renamed her 12 because she had 12 back toes. She had extra toes, which was crazy. But I actually heard that if a dog has extra toes, they're really smart. So, but anyway, she was the runt, and then we had Donner, which was the one that we were obsessed with. So she's like, you know what? They're the last 2 back here, and they're like by themselves. Like, do you want to take them home and foster them for a few days? They should be adopted in a few days, so I don't think it's the full 2 weeks. They've already been here for a week, so like, would you want to take them home and foster? And at this point, the only time we fostered was for 1 day, and that was Luna, and then the other dog, Rocco, that we had fostered. And the next day, we brought them back because there was a puppy event.
Rocco got taken the next day anyway.
Yeah, so, and we took Luna, so...
Excuse me, I said Rocco got taken. I was yawning. Rocco got taken away the next day anyway. And so did Luna, because...
Yeah, we adopted Luna, but we only did it for 1 day, so we're like, dang, like, this is our first time fostering. So, we're like, you know what? I look at Kai, and Kai's like, okay, we'll do it. Like, we're not gonna adopt him, like, we'll just foster. So we're like, okay. So they get our little kennel and our bag, and by the way, when you foster, they give you all the supplies. Puppy pads, food, treats, all that. So we get a little bag, and we get them in a kennel, and we take them home.
A kennel.
And on our way home, they start puking everywhere. And the puke is like swooshing.
Peeing, pooping, and puking. When I tell you guys, they're shitting in the back.
Yeah, in
right
the back.
Here.
And it's like swooshing while we're driving and like going over the edges of the kennel onto our seat. So we're driving home, and
No, we had to get food. So we go to stop it and get poke.
That is true. We had to get poke.
And there's puke, like our cars.
And while we pulled over, like when we went to get food, we tried to clean it up.
And I was like, maybe it's like a shock thing. Maybe you just gotta used to it. We go get poke, bring it in. Car smells like throw up, but it's okay. Get a roll of paper towel. Just go ahead and start wiping everything. They're getting a bath when they get home. Cool, just take it out.
Yeah.
But we go ride all the way back home. Same thing happens. Part 2.
Yeah.
Puking, peeing, foaming at the mouth, like because they hate the freaking car.
No, there was like foam and throw up everywhere.
Like, you look at them and they're just like slime. All we should have took pictures of this.
Yeah, but okay, so we get our poke, we go home, and we clean them up. We give them a bath. We're like, dude, maybe like they're just like it was an adjustment thing. Like in a sense, like we weren't necessarily putting 2 and 2 together about car sick. Were you? I was thinking there was a chance, but I'm like,
no, I thought car sick. I just said like maybe they've been in a car all day. Like they've been in a car all day. They're tired.
Yeah.
They're worn out. They literally can't do it anymore. They're puppies. It's understandable.
Yeah. So we foster them. And by the way, when we foster them, they are adorable, but they
One of the worst fosters ever.
are naughty. They got into my plants. They peed and pooped everywhere.
In the kitchen. In the.
They didn't listen. They were noisy.
We got noise complaints. The day
Yeah, from them. And I'm sitting here freaking out because I'm like, dude, they're noisy.
And we were home.
Yeah, and
It's never like we left.
no, we couldn't leave because I was like, I'm not leaving them when they're like knowing that they're this noisy. Like, for example, if we needed to do something, like say I needed to shower and Kai was like working or something, I needed to put them in the kennel because I didn't want them to get into anything. They would scream while I was in the shower or something, like literally for like barely 10 minutes. And I'm sitting here like, and we only had them for like, I want to say like 5 days.
Comment was like it was a week.
A week?
A good week.
But
the Donner wasn't.
about 5 days in, and is the adoption coordinator. She texts me and she's like, "Can you send me videos of Donner? Somebody's interested in him." We say all of this bad stuff, but honestly, they were so smart.
Like it sounds bad, but when you have a smart dog, only not quote unquote bad things come with it, but like in a sense of like
They just weren't trained. Untrained and smart is a terrible mix. Like if your
it's
dog
like they know what they're doing.
And also, they did not know how to eat. When you gave them food, they would attack the bowl so much that the food would fly out of the bowl, and basically the food was all over the floor, and they had to eat the food off the floor because we couldn't put it back in the bowl fast enough. It honestly was really sad because I feel like it honestly came from a place of like, they don't know when their next meal's gonna be, so they're like, we need to scarf this down. Like you could tell that there was a time in their life that they weren't fed. Valentine, the adoption coordinator, texts me and is like, send me pictures and videos of Donner. Somebody's interested, send me like a description of like his personality, what he's like. So I do that, and they're like, perfect, he's getting adopted. And I'm like, oh my god, amazing. And they're like, okay, tomorrow, like, where do you want to meet? And I'm like, you know what? They flew in from Colorado to adopt this dog. And I'm like, dude, they're staying at a hotel by the airport because they're literally here to grab the dog and get back on the plane and go home. I'm like, I don't want them to pay for an Uber to come pick them up from me. Like, text the dude that Valentine had put me in contact with, and I'm like, oh, like, don't worry about it. Like, we'll drive and drop Donner off to you. And they're like, oh my god, like, they're so sweet. They're like, thank you so much. Like, do you guys want to get brunch after? Like, we'll like, you know, take you out for some food. Like, you guys, like, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Like, they're super nice, whatever. The next day comes, and I'm thinking in my head, last time we freaking got them in the car, they puked, peed, and pooped everywhere. This time, I want to be prepared. Originally, we were gonna leave 12, the baby, at home and just bring Donner because I'm like, Donner's the one getting adopted, you know? 12 starts screaming. Like, the second we put her in the kennel, like, when I say screaming,
which
like, you would have thought we were, like,
murdering the dog.
And we were like, dude, we can't. Like, we're gonna get in trouble. Like, people are gonna think that we're literally hurting the dog.
Each other. Like, maybe we waited maybe 5 minutes just so we can be like, is he gonna keep going? Because hopefully he can tire himself out and he'll go to sleep. Go ahead. Like, he did not.
He didn't. So basically, I look at Kai, I'm like, we're running late. We have to get him. We'll just bring him. We'll bring both of them. At this point, I'm like, I have both of them in my hands, and I'm like, we gotta go. Like, we're gonna be late. So we get in the car, and I have both of them here in my lap. and their mouths start getting like foamy, and they start doing like, you know how like dogs do that before they throw up, and I'm like, oh my god, like they're gonna throw up. Donner, the one that's getting adopted, was like foaming at the mouth, whatever, like it looked like he was gonna throw up. So in my mind, I'm like, we're like 5 minutes away. Donner's the one going home, so we gotta get him good. So I put 12 in the back seat, and I'm like, she's gonna stay here while I have Donner here. He's gonna throw up in my hands. I have Donner, and Donner's throwing up, and I'm like, I get the little bit of napkins that I have, and I'm trying to catch it in my hands, and I have 12 back here, and I'm like, 12, just go to sleep, please, just stay back there. I start smelling poop. I turn around.
There's a pile of poop. Look behind. He's mid-poop on this side, right? I'm like, oh my god. And we're not talking about no solid poop, because like they're kids, and they're obviously like sick right now. Diarrhea's coming out this man's butt.
Oh my god.
Cool. I'm like, ugh, terrible. At least it's one spot. They didn't already messed up the couch.
Donner.
Wait, they didn't already messed up another part right there with the swishing throw up. So and poop, piss, throw up, whatever you want to call it, mixture.
Donner puking while this is going on. Puking.
So then I'm driving, by the way.
He's driving.
So I'm driving, looking at the
and
dog
trying
shit.
to use directions because we don't know where we're going.
Then goes to the end, over here. Starts doing the same thing. But that's not even where it gets bad. It's not bad yet, guys. So then Donner, right? Because we're driving, Donner's obviously swishing around and his throw up in his face and stuff like that. He basically slides in everywhere in the back seat, just walking back and forth through his poop, smeared all in the seats, smeared on the back seat, going everywhere.
And there's throw up all over me,
and there's throw up
all over the dog. Like, and we're just.
But we're still trying to keep Donner in somewhat good shape.
Because he's going home
today.
So we're like, oh my god. So I literally look at Kai. I'm like, bro, we gotta clean this up. So Kai's like, look up at Ralph's. We gotta go to Ralph's. And the dude is waiting at the hotel, at the bottom of the hotel. Like, okay, we're down here. Let us know when you get here. Because we were like 3 minutes away. And so I tell him.
Right, because we just text him literally 5 minutes away.
And he's like, is everything okay? Like, where are you guys? And we're like, dude, like, we're so sorry. Like, we have to clean up poop and pee and throw up. Like, they got car sick and it's everywhere. I'm so sorry. We'll be there in 5 minutes. So Kai runs into Ralph, spends like $70 on cleaning supplies.
I have the bag right here, guys. Like, literally.
Full of cleaning supplies. We now have this bag full of everything that we possibly.
I have water in case something happens. Gloves.
Disinfectant. Cleaning, Clorox wipes. Like, we're so prepared because never again. Oh, by the way, everyone at Rouse is just watching us do that. And we're doing the best we can. And obviously, we didn't, take everything out. So we had to go get our car detailed because it was that bad. But we finally cleaned them up. We took them to the hotel. We met them. We told them the story. And they were like, oh my god. And then they actually were nice enough to take us to go get,
breakfast
brunch at the hotel, and then they got to meet his sister, which was 12, and so it honestly ended up working out and it was fine. But now we're like, never again. We have a whole bag. Every time we foster, we like know what we're getting ourselves into, worst case scenario, because of course it would be the first time we foster that happens.
I didn't even care about the car. It's just like we can't pull up with diarrhea in the back seat.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, it's okay, valet will be on us, and I'm like,
bruh, and then we got our car valet.
I'm like,
with diarrhea seats.
I'm like, no, it's okay, we could drive it. He's like, no, it's okay, valet. I'm like, no, it's okay, we'll park it. He's like, no, just valet. I'm like, then the valet guy just gets in, and I'm like, dude, I am so sorry that our car smells so bad. The dogs just, I can't even tell you the story, but I'm just so sorry. And he's like, okay. Well, that's our story. Let us know
if you enjoyed it.
It's
a little quick vlog.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I had a really good day today. Anytime there's dogs involved, my day's amazing. But yeah, now I get to go home to my doggies. So I'm excited. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys in our next video. Peace.